Friday, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Bearded Truth. We've got Ken Sally here from Bluegrass Bearded. How you doing?
Hey, doing good, Jordan. How are you, man?
Pretty good. Yeah, I've been really busy all day I'm in school for business marketing, so I've been doing schoolwork and recorded another episode of my podcast earlier today. So I've just been working all day. How's your day been?
Yeah, about the same. I work from home, but sometimes I have to go into the office for
Cool.
different reasons I can't do from home. So
Yeah, for sure.
today was one of those days, unexpected. I had to get up and leave right before lunchtime. So,
Okay.
but it is what it is.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. Cool. So why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself and kind of what you do?
yeah, sure. So, my name is Ken, and my YouTube channel is Bluegrass Bearded, and you can find me on Instagram, TikTok,
Cool.
Facebook, all Bluegrass Bearded.
hmm
I do beard product reviews. And also, I mean, outside of reviews, I also do some other stuff. I do beard, you know, tutorials and tips and
hmm
different things like that. Some educational topics on ingredients and different stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I do. I've been pretty happy with how it's gone so far.
hmm Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been watching some of your videos recently, and I'm always impressed by like your backdrop that you have set up there. There's so many cool things going on, but it all like fits together and it works and it looks good on camera. It's definitely I'm trying to improve mine. I set up this bookshelf behind me a couple weeks ago because it before if you watch my like earlier episodes, it's just a concrete wall.
Right.
And I also painted this wall black recently with chalkboard paint. Um,
Yeah, I like
yeah,
that. You got some light shining on that to give you a little.
yeah, just trying to because this space I'm in it was just like a workroom in the basement. So the only light in here was a light bulb, which is just above me. So now I have a whole bunch more lights to brighten it up.
Yeah, backdrops. If you go look at almost anybody on YouTube, and if you go from their first video to wherever they are now, for the most part, you're going to find. So when I started, my backdrop was a kitchen wall,
Okay.
and then I
Yep.
graduated to a drywall basement wall with a
hmm
white sheet over it, right? And
Okay.
so,
Yep.
yeah, now I moved into this, and you see that progression on most channels.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta keep improving and keep growing for sure.
yeah, for sure.
hmm So I'm looking at all the beard products behind you. Like, if you had to make a guess, how many products do you think you have on that wall?
So the last time I counted between this shelf and what I have upstairs, I had my last count was 137 oils, 72 butters. I think it was something like 25 or 30 balms because I don't use balm as much.
Yep, same here.
And then some other random, shampoos, conditioners, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So, yeah, I've got to the point
Wow.
where I'm giving a lot away.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, because like you can only go through so much like before it because a lot of oils have like a shelf life on them. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dan C does the same thing because like he like seeing his like product wall and like the tours that he's done, it's almost overwhelming how many products he has.
Yeah, and I mean, it's so you get sent out products to review. Companies reach out.
hmm
So every week I've got a new product I'm testing, and
Yep.
sometimes when I'm done, those products may stay upstairs because I like to use them
Sure.
frequently,
Cool.
or they'll be down here. Some of the bottles are bottles that I like,
hmm
and then some stuff I give away. I don't necessarily just give away stuff I don't like. I give away some really good stuff too
Yeah.
because
Cool.
my goal is to get new beardsmen to use good stuff.
For sure.
So yeah.
Yep. That's awesome. Yeah. What made you want to start growing a beard?
So I started growing a beard in 2005 when I got out of the army.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So basically, my freedom beard, my DD
Yep.
214 beard, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Uh, the
Cool.
day I got out of the army, I just stopped shaving.
Yep.
I always had either a goatee or a short business beard or whatever.
Yep.
So last year, I decided to start letting it grow long, and
Cool.
yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's definitely like I've just been recently like really getting into like more beard products recently. And because it started with the beard struggle, and then like as I was seeing more things that were out there, I started buying like more products and getting some products sent out to me to review. Yeah, it's definitely been fun to like try out so many different products. And I feel like growing a beard is definitely more fun than like having to keep shaving it every day. Just like so much pain on your skin, and like shaving products aren't fun, but like all the beard oils and stuff, like it's so fun to try all that different stuff out. And then also the community that's like within the beard space, it's just definitely a lot better in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we are blessed with so many great makers that just make really good stuff, and I love to see
Hmm.
different owners' spins on their different blends and their artwork and their butters and just all the stuff that they do. You have so many different creative minds making stuff.
Hmm.
There's very few things that I've tried that I haven't liked
Yep.
completely. There's things that I definitely like more than others,
Hmm.
but for the most part, there are really no horrible products.
True.
There's, you know, so I've had a blast trying different stuff and just learning what goes into this.
Hmm. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, definitely a good space, good time. What are some of your go-to companies when you're not actively testing?
So when I'm not, so my weekends are kind of my free for all. Whatever I want to wear on the
Cool.
weekends, I pretty
Okay.
much test from Monday through Friday.
Okay, cool.
So some of my companies that I'll go back to, my nighttime butter right now is Chesapeake,
Cool.
the beard vitality butter.
Yep. Yeah, I've heard good things
Um,
about that one.
oh my gosh, there's almost, I would venture to say, not a better butter in my opinion than Vitality.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, really good at nighttime for sure, and you can work
Cool.
during the day too. But
For sure.
so Chesapeake, uh, man, there's so many good ones to name. I mean, Whiskey and Hardtack,
Yep.
Black Rebel,
Mm-hmm.
um, Ruddy Man,
Cool.
Beard Gents.
Yep.
You know, if I keep naming, I'm going to miss somebody that I really like, and I don't want to do that.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. Tons of great companies out there for sure.
Yeah.
What made you want to start doing YouTube?
So I've always done videos in one way or another.
Cool.
I've always been into technology, first of all.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Same here. That's
I'm a
awesome.
tech guy by trade.
Yep. Cool.
So I've always done videos. I've done them for church. I've done them for different
Cool.
reasons. I proposed to my wife with a video.
Ha, nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So I created a video. That's how I proposed to her. She was completely not expecting it. I set it up with a restaurant where she lived in Wisconsin,
Mm-hmm.
and I basically that morning went and took the Chromecast in. I had the video
Yep.
ready to go on the phone, so I was able to connect
Nice.
to their TV.
Cool.
It was really, really cool. So, but I've always done videos. I just love doing this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, so late 2019, when I decided to let my beard grow longer, because like I said, I'd always kept it kind of trimmed down.
Yep.
So I started watching, I tell the story. I don't even remember what I was necessarily searching for. I was searching for something on YouTube,
Yeah.
something with letting it grow. I don't remember what the topic was.
Mm-hmm.
But the first video that I saw on beards was I saw Dancy's morning routine video.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how it is because you do this and you watch YouTube. You
For
find,
sure.
and then you find, Scuba, and then you find
Mm-hmm.
Matt, and then you find,
Yep.
on down that rabbit hole we go, right?
Totally.
So I was watching these videos and I saw a lot of great reviews, and I saw
Mm-hmm.
some reviews that kind of left me wanting more. And,
Mm-hmm.
in the middle, people have different styles, and that's
For
okay.
sure.
So I started talking one night, like, this would be kind of fun to do. And my wife was sitting in the living room. She's like, well, why don't you make a video?
Mm-hmm.
And my
Cool.
first reaction was, well, I can't make a video. I'm not a YouTube guy. I'm an introverted person by nature.
Yep. Same here.
So she and one of my really good friends at work pushed me. They're like, dude, make a video and just put it out there.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
And so, yeah, that's how it started. If you watch my intro video, you will literally see somebody that made a video and put it out there. And now I go back and I cringe when I watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Totally.
it's progressed. Yeah. But it's progressed into something that I'm really, really loving and
For sure.
trying to get better every time. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I feel like as a video creator, if you don't go back and watch your like original videos and cringe a little bit, like you're not improving enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever wanted to go back and delete any videos?
um, I feel like my first few videos were just not good. The audio was not great. Like I wasn't as good on camera. It's just yeah. So definitely those early videos, especially my first video, like, and then also my original studio tour in this space from a couple years ago when I first moved into this house. Like the lighting's terrible. Like it's only that light bulb that's lighting the whole space, so it just looks very orange, and it's just not good camera movement, and so that's definitely one of like the slightly more recent ones that I would say. There's
Yeah.
definitely times I'm like, yeah, I just want to get rid of this.
Yeah, and again, it's all a progression. I mean, I asked that question because I think about it all the time. Like, I would love to go back and delete my first couple of videos.
Yeah, totally,
But then if you do that, you can't see your progression.
for
So,
sure.
plus you lose that watch time.
Yeah, facts. Yep, true. Yeah, you gotta be able to see the progression for sure.
Right.
Hmm. And then you also have a podcast. How'd you start doing that?
So, I got into podcasts because, as you know, kind of in the beard community, we talk. I mean, this community, first of all, is amazing.
Hmm.
99.9% of the people here, I love hanging out with and getting to know and chatting. I've got more friends in the beard community than I have, locally. And I
Oh,
think a
same
lot of us
here,
can
for
say
sure.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
So, um, I just blanked on the question. What did you ask me?
Yeah. What made you want to start doing a podcast?
Oh, the podcast. Yes. So,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, good.
The podcast came about because this community is awesome, but we talk about beards. That's 99% of the conversation, and
Hmm.
rightfully so, because that's what we do, right? We're
For
beard
sure.
content creators.
Hmm.
And so I started doing the podcast because I'm also into I love having conversations about issues that affect us as men, as people,
Mm,
and
totally.
how we deal with them. So the podcast came about, and I call it Off the Bearded Path because
Hmm.
it's basically we step out from behind the beard
Hmm.
and we get to know each other on a more personal level,
Cool.
how we connect in the world, and I'll talk about topics from, um, we've talked about anxiety, we've talked about
Hmm.
depression, we talked about suicide, we've
Hmm.
talked about losing family to drunk drivers. I'm recording one tomorrow morning that's going to
Cool.
be just a very deep conversation
Okay.
with the guy that I consider my best friend in the entire world. I mean, we were
Cool.
both came from different backgrounds, and him and I
Hmm.
have conversations all the time about issues,
Yep.
and we're able to sit and have conversations, and even though we don't agree necessarily on every little detail,
Hmm.
we're able to have conversations as two men and respect each other and
Hmm.
respect where each other came from, and at the end of the conversation shake hands, say I love you, whatever,
Hmm.
and we're still great friends. And the reason I say that, and what I hope to get from this podcast that I'm going to record tomorrow, is that
Hmm.
if as people in this world, if we could have more conversations like that instead of just hating each other,
Totally.
this world would be so much better. So
Hmm.
that's pretty much the inspiration for my podcast, is to get those conversations out there.
Hmm. Cool. And for everybody watching, I'll have it linked down below, along with Ken's Instagram and YouTube channel, so you can check them out.
Thank you.
Hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. I really enjoy podcasting and just like having like longer like conversations with people from like throughout the beard community. Like I've had like different owners and other content creators. And it's just been fun to see like how everybody started with their beards, how like what made them want to start making videos, like their favorite products, like what other stuff they do besides like beard stuff, and it's
Right.
definitely been a good experience so far.
Yeah, I love doing this. I love
Hmm.
having conversations, getting to know people. So yeah, I appreciate you having me on this one. This is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What's your process like behind making a video generally?
So I mean, from start to finish, Monday morning, when I'm starting a new week of testing,
Hmm.
um, I wash my beard completely, strip,
Hmm.
get
Yeah.
everything out of it because I'm starting a brand new product that day.
Hmm.
So I'll test throughout that week, and I don't know if you want me to cover this now, but I go through my testing process.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead.
yeah, so typically I will do, depending on what I've bought or what I have sent to me.
Hmm.
I'll try. So, like for example, right now I'm using something where I have two oils, a butter, and then a couple of samples.
Cool.
So I'll go through just oil one day, no butter. I'll go through oil and butter one day.
Okay.
I'll do a day of just oil again,
Hmm.
butter at night, butter during the day. I kind of test every different angle
For sure.
And then throughout the week as I'm doing that, I'm taking notes. I've got spreadsheets and
Cool.
I've got a notebook where all my notes go into.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So I take notes throughout the week,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got my scoring system also. So
Cool.
a lot of times, if early on, if I've kind of got a good idea so far of what feel and beard is or scent or
Mm-hmm.
something, I'll start just making notes as far as scoring goes.
Cool.
That'll go on through the week. So then, usually Friday night or Saturday morning,
Okay.
I will get my score complete. I'll get that mapped out, and then I will start recording. I try to do most of my work when my kids are asleep.
Mm-hmm.
After they go to bed on Friday. So typically I'll stay up late Friday, get up really early Saturday, get up really early Sunday.
Cool.
So then I can still spend time with them during the day. I don't want to take all my time away from family.
For sure.
So I'll do that, while they're sleeping. And then
Yeah.
usually Sunday night, I'm working on getting it uploaded. I've got everything done by then. So
Cool. That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Yeah. It seems like a lot of people are like do kind of the same thing, like the night owl, like late night reviews, and like I know Dan C is very very much like work like super late after his family's like all asleep and getting it all done.
Yeah. Well, you know how it is because you create too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
to make a 10-minute video, a 20-minute video, you spend 4 to 5 to 6 hours
Mm-hmm. Totally.
filming, creating a thumbnail, editing,
Mm-hmm.
it all. So it's a lot of time spent, and I don't want this to become more important than my family, and it
Of
won't.
course.
It won't.
Yeah. For
But I
sure.
never want it to seem like it's overtaking family. So
No. Of course. Yeah. That's the way to do it. But yeah. It's definitely like, and I've touched on that before, like with different people on this podcast, like that are also creators. Like, if you're not actively like making videos, I feel like the video process seems like it's really straightforward. You just like start recording, talk, say your piece, and then pause it, and then end the recording, and then just throw it on YouTube. But there's so much more that goes into it.
yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if people saw the amount of video that I delete, I've thought before about doing, some outtake reels or something,
Yeah,
but
totally.
if people saw the number of times that I stop the camera and say, "God, what are you talking about?"
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I was doing a video for an assignment for school, and like partway through, I said something along the lines of like, "Let's keep it moving" or something like that, which is what I normally say like in my YouTube videos. And I was like, "No, this is supposed to be like a business like ad agency like video pitch. I can't move on with that, so I had to like go back and do it again." And
I guess step back into the school box. Yeah.
Mhm. Like I'm pretty sure I got it recorded on video like me saying, "Wait, this isn't that kind of video. You can't say that."
Right.
And then just kind of like laughing at myself.
Yeah.
Mhm. What video gear do you use for creating your videos?
So I mean, right now I'm still using my iPhone
Cool.
for the actual video.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've got a microphone that I hook up to it. It's
Cool.
I forget the name of the microphone, but it's a microphone that plugs in just through the iPhone. Really good.
Cool.
I mean, decent, really good sound quality.
For
It's
sure.
nothing like a Rode Video Pro or nothing like that.
Yeah, fair.
But I've got lighting. I've got softbox lighting. Lighting
Cool.
makes the huge difference, right?
Oh, of course.
You can record with an iPhone if you have great lighting, then it
Totally.
makes your video.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Once I start getting up closer to monetization and stuff like that, I'm going to look into a camera. I'm
Yeah, of
waiting
course.
for the M50 price to drop now that they've
Yeah.
released the second one. So
Oh, true. Facts.
yeah, I'll just let the price drop and grab that one because it's still a great camera.
For sure. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
know of
that stuff will
a couple
come.
people that use those ones.
Yeah.
The M50. Yeah, I definitely need to. I'm definitely like planning to upgrade at some point because for the last little while I've been using a Canon T3i, which I think you can see it. I think it's up there.
Right in front of the picture. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's good, but it doesn't really have good autofocus. So I do want to try because I just got a lavalier mic recently. That I want to try experimenting with using my phone because I've got like a decent number of lights now, and I have the new Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, and it does really good video.
Yeah.
So I want to start experimenting with that because like I know the autofocus is going to be a lot better like on my phone.
Yeah, I mean that Samsung, that's the phone my wife has. It does
Cool.
really good video.
Hmm. Yeah, totally.
I tell people that you don't have to start with you don't have to go buy expensive camera equipment and lighting. And I mean, my softbox lighting, I think I spent $40 on it. I've spent more money on microphones.
Oh, for sure.
I've
Yep.
got
Same.
so I've got one microphone I use for podcasting.
Cool.
I've got one that I use for. Let me rephrase that. I've got one that I use for podcasting and for live streams.
Okay. Cool. Yep.
I've got one that I interchange sometimes depending on what we're doing, but
Okay.
for the
Cool.
most part, I stick with this one microphone. It's the Audio Technica AT20.
Oh, cool. Yep.
So I pretty much stick with that one, but I also have I've got the Yeti Snowball.
Yep.
I've got the Blue Yeti,
Yep.
and then I've got the Wireless Go, or the Rode Wireless Go
Oh, cool.
with a lav. So it's a wireless.
Yep.
I've used that outside.
Cool.
That works pretty well. So,
Hmm.
as long as you've got sound and lighting, you can pretty much get by with an iPhone or a Samsung.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true. I feel like, yeah, like you were saying, a lot of people like overthink the process of making a video. But say you're on an iPhone, that's going to get great video. You can download iMovie for free, edit it right on your phone. Like there's music built into iMovie, or you can like get it from elsewhere, and it'll do the job for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So most of the money that I've spent to do this, I bought um, Final Cut Pro.
Hmm.
I did want Final Cut Pro, and that's,
Hmm.
with Apple, that's a $300 one-time charge,
Yep,
and it's mine forever. So I'm okay with that.
for sure.
But other than that, like I said, microphone and lighting. I'll
Yeah,
eventually get a camera when I get closer to monetization, because I will. I've got big goals.
yeah, totally.
When I get to that point, I'll get a camera.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because definitely, yeah, like starting out, you're on the phone. That's like that definitely does the job. But then as you grow, you want to keep improving like the quality and get it looking better, get it sounding better, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, but I want to. Yeah, I'm planning to eventually get the M50 and then the Rode Video Mic Pro. That's like a $400 microphone, but it sounds really good and like does the job for sure.
Yeah. You can hear the difference in that because Dan C just switched to that mic,
Yep.
and you can tell. I mean, his stuff is so good anyway.
Yeah, totally.
You can tell the difference in his sound since he switched to that. So
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I've noticed like because I've been like binge watching a whole bunch of his videos over the last little while, and like the audio quality difference from his like older videos to like his newer videos is huge.
yeah.
Like,
And
let
that's a great example, right? He started just
totally.
like we're talking about. He started with
Hmm.
his. I'm pretty sure he started with a phone at his kitchen
Yep.
table.
Yep.
So
Yeah. So it's not as hard as people, not as complicated as people think it is to like just get
right.
started. And like especially with like beard product reviews, if you have a beard, you probably have products anyway. So just use your phone, like sit at somewhere with like some decent light, and then just like talk about your experience.
Yeah, for sure. Most people, when you start creating content, audio is definitely important. You want to make sure
Yeah.
audio is great because people definitely want to hear good audio quality.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
I mean, but that being said, just sit down and start recording, and if
Hmm.
your content is good, put some work into it. Figure out what your style is,
Hmm.
and make good content. People are going to watch.
Totally.
So,
Yeah, and especially like in the beard space, like the more reviewers out there, the better. Like more opinions, more products being tested, like more content being put out. So definitely, if like if you're already growing a beard and you have products, like definitely worth a try making some videos.
yeah, for sure.
Hmm. Um, what have been some of your favorite products that you've reviewed?
So, some of my favorite reviews have been, just off the top of my head, I did the Chesapeake
Mm.
Scarecrow Reborn.
Okay, cool.
That was fun just because of the intro video that we came up with.
Yeah,
Uh,
totally.
that one, the one that I did for Define, I really enjoyed that one.
Hmm. Cool.
Um, I mean, I've liked almost every video for different reasons. There's some videos I go back and watch and I'm like, oh, I could have done this better. I could have said this better. Or,
For
now
sure.
that there's some time that's gone by, I go back and look at older videos and think, well, my opinion's different now than what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those over time, I think that I keep at least trying to get better.
For sure.
So the more time that goes along, the more I like my videos.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also very critical. There's always something I can do better. So
For sure.
yeah,
Yeah, and like, yeah, you have to always be trying to get better and like constantly being like motivated to improve because that's how you grow.
yeah,
Like start out and then just continually like just like switching up your music, like doing more like talking points, like adjusting the time length of your videos, like using different thumbnail styles, different titles, like yeah, there's lots of things you can do to like help yourself grow and improve over time.
yeah, yeah. I've changed. There's a lot of stuff that I've changed. I think the only thing that I haven't changed is my background music.
Yeah, cool.
And that's pretty intentional because that background music is what I started with, and I think for me that is something that will always tie back to the beginning. But
Totally.
everything else, I mean, I've changed my intros. I've changed my thumbnails, the way they look.
Mm-hmm.
I've changed the style that I review.
Cool.
Um, one thing I'm trying to work on is getting my reviews under 10 minutes. And so far, I haven't been able to do that
Ah,
because
fair. Yeah,
I'm a detailed guy, and
totally.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did one. I haven't done a review in a little while just because I've been so busy with like other stuff. But the last one I did was for on the beard struggle because I tried a whole bunch of their products. And wanted to like share like because there's not. I found that there's not a lot of like reviews on YouTube that aren't from their ambassadors. Like I know Josh from Embrace the Beard Life, he did one. Scuba's done a few videos about them.
right.
And like I tried a bunch of their products, so I wanted to talk about that. And like I think that video ended up being 27 minutes long.
Yeah, I mean, if you have obviously, the more products you have to kind of go over, the longer it's going to take. So
Totally.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's very it was definitely a very like intense process to like go through and make that video. Like I had like I think a 6-page script of like information that I wanted to cover
there you go.
because it was like I talked about their oils, their balm, their wash, their conditioner, their heated beard brush, their comb, their boar's hair brush, their dot kit. Yeah, so it was a lot of things to cover, and no way would it have been like no. I don't think I could have gotten it to be 10 minutes when like had all the information that I wanted to get.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to be detailed, whether and it doesn't matter what type of review it is, if it's a positive, if it's a negative, it's a good, bad experience either way.
Mm-hmm.
When you have that many products, you can't be detailed enough to share good information in 10 minutes. So,
Yeah, no, it's like, and that's because like I mentioned earlier, I'm also like big into like tech. It's like watching like tech reviews that are 5, 6, 7 minutes long. It's just not enough information and not enough about the products.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so you want to, yeah, I would, and that's one of the reasons why like I don't ever have a set time limit for this podcast, just because if the conversation's going well and we're like it's everyone's enjoying it and we're getting good points across, like I don't mind if it's half an hour or I just did one with Seth from Iowa Crafted Beards, and that one drops on the 15th, and it was 5 hours long.
holy cow! Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking today. I've seen some. I guess I've seen yours range from like 40 minutes to I think I saw the one today was maybe 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, like because I also have done a couple podcasts like before this one, and I've always been very deliberate about not having a set time limit because there's podcasts that I watch that they're like, all right, we're at an hour, let's wrap it up, and I'm like, no, but I want more. This conversation is so entertaining and so fun.
yeah,
So I've always been like, no, let's just, and like when people ask, I'm like, no time limit. Let's just talk for however long and just kind of see how it goes.
right.
And then talk to
Yeah.
Seth for 5 hours.
I find that in live streaming, right? I mean,
Yeah,
my
totally.
podcast, I try to keep my podcast at an hour.
Okay, fair.
It hasn't always stayed there because, like you said, sometimes the conversation is just going more than an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But live streams, I mean, I did a live stream last night with Kyle
Cool.
and Joe,
Yep.
and that live stream was an hour and 40 minutes, which that's typically
Nice.
I finish up by 8:30 because Dan goes live at 9. So,
Yeah, true.
but sometimes you finish talking and you look at the clock and you're like, "Well, guys, we've been chatting for over an hour and a half, and it
Yep.
seems like 15 minutes."
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I was talking about that with my guest today. We were saying it's just crazy how fast it goes by. And I've had multiple guests be on for 3 hours, and they're like, "Oh, what's our time at?" And I say like, "Oh, we're at 3 hours," and they're so shocked because it didn't feel like that like at all.
yeah. I'll be interested in watching the one with Seth because
Oh
I've
yeah,
really got I like watching his reviews and his channel.
yeah,
I like his
same
live.
here.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, 100%.
He's
Yeah,
kind of geeked out
that
like I am.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. That episode was that's my longest one ever of any podcast that I've done, and the first like 2.5, 3 hours, like probably 2.5 hours, were very like informative, and we were talking about like different beard products that he's reviewed and products that he likes and how he makes his videos and what the preparation process goes into, and then the last like 2 hours was just kind of because I think we finished at 2 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Like started at 9 and then went till 2 in the morning. And I think like by that point it was just kind of random, just everything and like nothing. It was just hilarious, sleep deprived, random conversation.
That was going to take you a little bit to upload, or is it already uploaded?
Yeah, it's already uploaded and scheduled.
How long did that take you?
So so first of all, when the episode's done recording in Zoom, it has to convert out of Zoom. So I think the Zoom conversion took, I want to say, close to like 7 or 8 hours to do.
Right.
Um, and then I put it into iMovie, edited it, like did all the stuff that I have to do for editing, and then exported it. And I think it took probably between also like 4 to 6, 5 to 8 hours, somewhere in that range. Like it was not fast, but I converted it. It converted overnight, and then I exported it the next day overnight so that it wasn't because I'm doing all my school online right now. So if I had like a huge file like trying to export in the background, it would just slow everything down. So I just did that one overnight. But yeah, it was between recording, converting, and then exporting. It was probably like close to 20 hours of time.
You know, one of the best things that's happened to me as far as YouTube goes is finally having fiber ran through my neighborhood.
Oh, true.
So
Yep.
I got hooked up with that about a month ago, and I
Cool.
went from. I mean, I had 1 gig up or
Yep.
down before,
Okay.
1 gig down, but you're talking 40 meg up with cable. And
Yep.
I went from 40 meg up to actual true 1 gig up. It's like, man, I go to download or go to upload a YouTube video and a 7 gig video uploads in 3 minutes, and I'm like, what?
That's
It's
amazing.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely helpful for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
but also like there's 7 people living in my house, including me, like my 3 siblings, and my parents, and my grandma also lives with us. So if I had been trying to upload that video during the day when everybody's trying to be online and doing online school, I would have, yeah, my family would have been upset about it because 5 hour video just like throttling the network.
right. Yeah, yeah, we have the same thing here. I mean, my kids do school from home. I work from home,
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, this fiber has has changed our life.
Totally. Yeah. And yeah, it's funny. Like just like something like Wi-Fi, it's just kind of you don't really think about it until it's not going as fast as you want it to or like not working properly. But then you're like, oh, why is this not working? But when it's working, you're just trucking along.
Yep, yep.
hmm Which iPhone do you have at the moment?
I still have the 11 right now. I've got the 11 Pro.
Cool.
I'm thinking about upgrading to the 12 now that it's out.
Yep.
But I don't know if the camera quality is that much better. So if it's not, I'm not really going to worry about it. I just got the 11 the first part of this year, so I still
Yeah.
have to pay a little bit to upgrade. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think like based on all the reviews that I've seen so far, like most people are saying if you have an iPhone 11 or 11 Pro, it's probably best to just wait, just because it's another year of like mostly incremental updates. But I think next year with the iPhone 13 or 12s or whatever they call it, I think it's going to be a much bigger upgrade because probably finally going to like USB-C and different displays and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. I mean, it's cool that the iPhone 12 is now 5G, but
Hmm.
I'm home most of the time, so I
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
that doesn't really affect me. So
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's what, and like that's the thing that I've always kind of been confused about with 5G. Like, why is this such a big deal? Like, it's like, yeah, sure, I get the better speeds, but like same with me, I'm home most of the day, so it's not
right.
really. And like, yeah, my phone has it built in, and like my neighborhood doesn't have any 5G. Like, there's neighborhoods in the town where I live that have 5G, but my immediate neighborhood that I have doesn't even have 5G, so it's not really that useful
Yeah,
at
that
this point.
infrastructure's still growing. So
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it just takes yeah. I'm hopefully in like the next few years, like as especially now that Apple's adopted 5G, I feel like it'll increase the commonness of it in more areas,
right. Yeah.
which is typical with like when Apple does things.
Yeah.
Hmm. Which computer do you use for your editing?
So I've got a MacBook that I'm almost ready to replace, but
Okay.
it's a 2012 MacBook Pro.
Oh, yep.
Now I've installed an SSD and it's maxed out on memory, so it still
Cool.
performs very well.
For sure.
But when I try to, if I try to record 4K and bring that into Final Cut Pro, it's a little laggy.
Yeah.
Uh, so when I really get into that video editing, it's kind of hard to deal with. So it's almost time to upgrade to a newer MacBook. But
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
everything Mac across the board.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been using because like I had a Windows laptop like, that I bought last September, and it just basically from day one I had issues with it. Like audio, like headphones wouldn't work unless I disabled the speakers, and the display was wonky, and so I basically just have given up on it at this point and have gone back to using like my family has an old 2013 iMac that was just kind of sitting and not being used. So I've just been using that and it works better.
Oh yeah, you add memory to it, throw an SSD in it, you got you a gem.
Yeah.
I use Apple products personally.
Mhm.
My job, my actual job that I have, I'm a
Yeah.
Linux administrator, so I use
Cool.
Linux.
Yep.
Yeah, so I hate Windows.
Yep. Fair. Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Windows. It's at times it's really cool and lots of options, but other times it's just not reliable.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting a MacBook Pro at some point in the near future.
yeah. There's a couple of websites you can get some pretty good ones from. I can share them with
Yep.
you,
Yeah,
on
100%.
line or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's also there's a like a store that's just in Toronto, about 45 minutes from me that sells used like Mac laptops. So I'm probably gonna just get something from there because trying to pay like 2 or 3 grand for like a new MacBook Pro is just not possible at the moment.
Yeah,
As
I've
much as
got
I would
three
like to.
kids. I've
Yeah.
got three kids, so I don't have a couple of grand laying around.
Yeah. Fair. Hmm. Um. So have you always been a beard butter guy, or did you initially start with beard balm, and then switch?
So, initially bomb, mostly because, butter is so much newer.
True.
When I, the first, the first real, so I'll say the first real small batch product that I ever bought, because kind of like most of us, like, I don't know about you, but when I started growing my beard, initially I wasn't using anything, right? I'm like,
Yep,
I
same.
grow,
Yep.
use my Suave or whatever I'm washing, because I used to have hair. I'm bald now.
Okay.
But whatever I was washing my hair with, I'd wash my beard with. You know, you
Yep.
think about it. And
Oh,
I don't even remember. Like, I could not tell you when it was that I first became turned on to the idea of beard oil.
mhm.
When somebody told me about it. But I was using some other stuff from Walmart.
Cool.
Uh, just you know how it is, man. Just complete garbage.
Oh, facts. Yep.
So so the first company that I ever bought from that was small batch was Badass Beard Care.
Yep.
Um,
Solid.
yeah, so that's what I started with, and they at the time, I mean, they only had oil and balm.
Yep.
That's what I was using. It wasn't until, I mean, Detroit Grooming is credited with creating the first beard butter,
Mhm.
and that
Yep.
was, I don't know, I want to say 2013, 2014,
Yeah, I think
2018.
somewhere around there.
Yeah. So, but now that I've gotten into butters, and especially as my beard has gotten longer, I really don't use balm very often. I'll use balm
Yep.
if it's sent to me. If a company sends it to me to test, I'll use it
For
because
sure.
that's at that point that becomes my job to do that for them.
Yep.
But if I have a choice, I typically don't use balm.
Yep.
I'm a
Same.
butter guy all the way.
Yep. Yep. 100%. Yeah, like same with you. Like I started with balm, and then as my beard's gotten longer, I've just kind of mostly been using butter.
Yeah.
Like I got one from Artius Man that I've been using pretty regularly, and it's nice.
Which one you got?
It's the Mountain Air.
That's the best beard butter they have.
Yep,
I
it's
love Mountain Air.
yep, it's nice. I really definitely a big fan of it, and I like that it's got like a little bit of hold to it. It's not just like totally. Oh
Like,
yeah, yep,
it's Mountain Air, yeah.
yep, nice. Yeah, and I'm doing because I also got another beard butter sent to me from a Canadian company called Urban Beards, and so I've been testing that one out as well. So I'm gonna do a comparison between the two in an upcoming video, just because I like them both. But there's differences between them. Like the Artiest Man has a little more hold to it, and the Urban Beards one is a bit more. I think it might be a whip butter because it's very like light and airy.
Right.
But yeah, and it's in like a peppermint scent, and it's really nice.
Yeah, I love Mountain Air. I haven't tried the company you're talking about.
Yeah.
I had so are you familiar with Beard Guy Bry?
I don't
He's
know.
a he's a beard product reviewer. I'm pretty sure if I remember right, he's in Toronto.
Oh, cool.
But he does YouTube videos also. If you just search Beard Guy Bry,
Okay.
BRY, you'll find him. But he was telling me about a couple of Canadian companies that I want to try. So
Cool. Dear God, Bry.
yeah, he started about a year ago too. Kind of he started growing a beard, and I think
Cool.
he's getting ready to hit his year.
Awesome. Oh
That's
yeah.
his initial goal.
That's awesome. But yeah, yeah, I've been using Educated Beards, which is another Canadian company. They've got definitely more premium products, but all natural, like high quality ingredients. So definitely, and actually working on the review for that right now. Just finishing up the script and getting that all kind of finalized.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I've heard about that company lately.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm talking to their owner on my podcast. I think next week, or the week after. Um, so that'll be a good time for sure.
You know, that's one thing I love about this too. This is one of there's very few industries that you can get involved in and get to know owners
Yep,
and makers on
facts.
a personal level.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I
Yep.
love about this because I like to know the hands that create the products we love. I like to get to know those people, and you can't do that with you're not going to interview Coca-Cola,
Mm-hmm.
Taco Bell, and Pepsi, and whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that's cool about kind of what we do, and I love.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's definitely a great community, and it's been really fun like talking to all different owners, and like I've got so many like lined up and so many that I've already talked to, and yeah, it's fun to actually like see the faces behind like all these like popular companies. It's definitely a good time for sure. Yeah, so we're at about 45 minutes. I think we'll wrap it up here for now. Just keep this one a little shorter.
Okay.
But yeah, thanks for coming on. Definitely been fun to talk to you. I'll let you know when this video goes live. I think I sent you the thumbnail already. If I haven't, I will.
Good.
Yeah, but then for everybody watching, I'll have Ken's links down below: Instagram, his podcast, his YouTube channel, his website, all that kind of stuff. If you want to check him out, show him some love. All kinds of great reviews on YouTube. Yeah, thanks again for coming on. Thanks again, everybody, for watching.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you having me on.
Sure.